you like, okay, this is really cool, right? This is amazing. And then when it actually happens, it's kind of like you're in shock a little bit. Definitely felt like almost emotional. It's hard to do, you know? And so it just was like, man, I was trying to take a second to just, hey, Kelsey, like, good job.
Imagine a packed arena, fans standing, and history being made. Kelsey Plum's jersey is lifted to the rafters at the University of Washington, the first women's basketball player to receive this honor. The atmosphere is electric, with NBA stars praising her and former teammates in tears. It's a moment Plum will never forget. Now, picture Asia Wilson.
You showed us what greatness looks like. You allowed us to follow you throughout your extraordinary career, and today we made and forever.
I never really thought about it in the sense of like the jersey being hung and the records and things like that. I just wanted to be the best I could be, you know, and just trying to like push that limit. And then I look back now and it's really cool to have a full circle moment, look back and just say, man, like, dang, that is a lot of points. I never really thought about it like that, you know?
And in another part of the country, scrolling through her phone with a frown. There's little excitement around her own jersey retirement in February. Tickets are cheaper than a pizza, and the event is far from sold out. How did these two WNBA stars end up with such different celebrations? The answer might surprise you, and it's getting everyone talking about the future of women's basketball. Let's rewind a bit. Kelsey Plum's college career was legendary.
It's that time. Call this.
You guys, everyone wants me to cry today. No way. Oh.
Set NCAA scoring records that stood until Caitlyn Clark came along. Plum scored 3,527 points at Washington. That's not just good, it's record-breaking. She was also amazing at free throws, setting a record with 900.
Plum.
Between setting a scoring record and being the first woman to have her jersey retired in the rafters, Kelsey Plum is setting the precedent for the Huskies women's basketball team.
I think if anything, it just shows, like if you're a women's basketball player wanting to play in college and you watch today, it's like, this is what support is and what it looks like, right? Having a sellout crowd come back and acknowledge someone that played here. So it's possible to do, right? And I just think that a lot of times, sometimes you have to see it to know, like, hey, wait a second, like there's a big fan base here, you know?
12 successful shots. In her senior year, she scored 1,119 points in one season performance that made basketball fans cheer with joy. Now, Washington is honoring her in a way they've never done for any other women's player. During halftime,
With the first pick, Plum, just like that. Wow, Kelsey. Plum, my goodness. Plum, Kelsey Plum. Oh, baby. Kelsey with two more. And there it is. Ladies and gents, you are looking at the #1 scorer in women's D1 college basketball, Kelsey Plum.
the crowd goes silent as her number 10 jersey rises to the rafters, symbolizing all that Plum achieved and represents for women's basketball. But it's not just about her stats. Plum had a huge impact on the program. Remember when Washington made its first ever Final Four in
Forever 10 honors the exceptional journey of Kelsey Plum, whose impact extends far beyond the University of Washington, from becoming the NCAA's all-time leading scorer to leading the Huskies to national prominence. Her number 10 jersey symbolizes greatness. Off the court, while at UW, Kelsey earned a degree in anthropology from the College of Arts and Sciences. On court, Kelsey was named the 2017 AP and Naismith Player of the Year. She was a 2-time All-American. She was a 4-time All-Pac-12. She held all-time scoring leader record from 2017 to 2024.
2016? That was Plum leading the team. She didn't just break records, she put Washington women's basketball on the map. Plum takes it all in, moved and filled with memories. It just brings back so many memories, she says, her voice filled with nostalgia.
She is UW's all-time three-point leader and second all-time in Pac-12 history, and she broke the 33-year-old NCAA career free throw record with 912 points. She was the #1 draft pick for the WNBA in 2017.
Nostalgia. I really feel so blessed to share this moment with my family. Life happens so fast it feels like just 2 weeks ago I was a senior here. During timeouts, the arena lights up with messages from Kelsey Plum's Las Vegas
on the map.
Kelsey's legacy didn't stop after the UW. She has gone on to become a 2-time WNBA champion, 3-time WNBA All-Star and All-Star MVP in 2022, FIBA gold medalist and 2-time Olympic gold medalist. This jersey retirement celebrates a career that continues to shine, immortalizing her achievements as part of Husky history forever.
Vegas Aces teammates, her old Huskies team, and her family. It's like the entire basketball world showed up to celebrate Kelsey as one of the greats. Current W's head coach Tina Langley smiles, saying, "What a fun day to celebrate history and Kelsey Plum."
One word to describe Kelsey Plum is fierce.
She was a leader right from the get-go.
Ability to laser focus.
She's a winner.
What truly sets Kelsey apart is her character.
Kelsey's work ethic is second to none.
She has that it factor.
Kelsey Plum is a dog.
In high school, Kelsey made a name for herself as one of the most talented, hardworking players in the country.
She was different from even the day she stepped on campus.
Straight from the airport, first day on campus was right to the gym.
What I appreciate most about Kelsey is her work ethic, and there is not a single person in any sport that I've ever covered that has outworked Kelsey Plum.
We're so excited to see her number in the rafters. She's known for her hard work and is also an incredible person. As the crowd cheers, it's clear this is what happens when hard work pays off.
I was here in the gym. She was always on the other side getting the same amount of work in.
You hear people, being in the gym before, after practice. That was her every single day.
First one's here, last one's to leave. Kelsey literally never left.
Every single drill that we did was competitive because of her.
It was her. That was her drive, her focus, and her desire. And I think that's what makes her who she is.
She had laser focus for what she wanted to do, and she was going to do it, and no one was going to stop her from doing it.
Plum's jersey retirement is not just a personal milestone, it's a win for women's basketball. But hold on, while we're all celebrating Kelsey Plum, there's drama behind the scenes. You know how they say, what happened?
Just the fact that she's hanging her jersey there in Heck Ed, shows a different side of her. Not just the talent, but the competitive side and the desire to sacrifice. I just don't think many people, and I'm not saying kids, I'm not saying players, I'm just saying people in general. I don't think people have that in them.
There is so much that Kelsey has accomplished throughout her career. She's truly one of the best to play the game, and she played at Washington. Her impact will last forever. And that's why we're hanging her number in the rafters today, so that we will never forget the player and the person that she is.
In Vegas stays in Vegas? Well, not this time. Plum's future with the Las Vegas Aces is looking uncertain. The team tagged her as a core player, and trade rumors are flying fast. It's not just about basketball.
Kelsey, I've said these words to you many times. You made me a better coach. Had you not been a part of what we were doing, I wouldn't have got a chance to live out my dream.
Welcome to the club of jersey retirements. Congratulations. You just well-deserved, and keep going and keep striving for greatness.
Plum feels like the forgotten middle child in the Aces family, with Asia Wilson and coach Becky Hammond getting all the attention. It's like high school all over again, but with championship rings and big contracts. You might wonder why Plum would want to leave a championship team. Well, sometimes it's not just about winning trophies, it's about feeling valued and seen. Right now, Plum feels invisible, like a referee's whistle.
Based on multiple conversations that I've had, it does seem like the most likely scenario is that Kelsey Plum would move on from the Aces.
My basketball mind, though, is still having a hard time wrapping my head around Kelsey leaving and going to an org like the Valkyries.
During crunch time. But wait, here comes the Golden State Valkyries, making some big moves. And trust me, they're not just making small changes, they mean business. Picture this, Kelsey Plum is the undisputed star of.
What's been a little surprising, and I think why there's so much conversation, at least from what I'm seeing, about Kelsey Plum is that during the season when the rest of the core aces, the other, they're the core four, Asia, Chelsea, Jackie Young, and Kelsey Plum. So when her other three, counterparts, they signed extensions, she did not.
The women's basketball scene in the Bay Area. No more playing second fiddle. No more being in anyone's shadow. Sounds pretty great, doesn't it? Here's where it gets really interesting.
You mentioned that she did not sign an extension, and former general manager Natalie Williams told me before she and the Aces parted ways that, Kelsey was offered an extension and declined.
During Kelsey Plum's jersey retirement ceremony, her former Aces teammate, Kate Martin, was praising her, and guess where Kate is playing now? That's right, the Valkyries. In the WN.
What I do think is interesting is that there is a team that will be coming to the league this year, the Golden State Valkyries, and a part of me just kind of feels like that might be a fresh start for Kelsey Plum if she does decide that she wants to move on from the Aces. To me, it gives them an opportunity to have a great perimeter scorer, which we know that Kelsey Plum is, but it also will add a little bit of familiarity for her because the new head coach was the former assistant coach in Las Vegas, and I think that that could also be something that plays well where you're getting a new environment and you're getting a new experience, but you're also still working with someone who knows you and knows you well, so you get a bit of the best of both worlds.
NBA, there's no such thing as coincidence. Of course, Plum is keeping her plans quiet. When asked about her free agency during the ceremony, she politely declined to comment.
Yeah, I definitely would not rule that out. Something that really stands out to me is that, Kelsey is a Southern California native, and San Francisco is, it's within the state. California is a large state, but it's still within the state. And I think that stands out. To me, that's like the most intriguing destination for Kelsey. I totally understand the fit. You mentioned like perimeter scoring for the Valkyries, and they'll absolutely need that. But I think also she brings like this, veteran championship mentality that Natalie Nakaze has emphasized that she wants to cultivate in the Golden State. And so to me, that would just be knock out of the park. And they have the room to do it. They're just building their roster. Cap space is not going to be a problem. So that stands out to me, definitely.
Talk about a twist in the middle of her big moment. Here's the deal, Plum is at a crossroads. Does she stay with the Aces, where she's won championships but feels underappreciated? Or does she take a risk and join the Valkyries?
She and Natalie were really close. I remember the first conversation I had with Natalie Nakaze, she was telling me that she spent the whole offseason doing Pilates with Kelsey Plum because Kelsey had roped her into it. And they were waking up at 6 a.m. together to go to these Pilates sessions. And I remember telling Natalie, that is something I would never do. I could never wake up that early. And she was like, well, you should, you should consider it. Kelsey has changed my life by us doing that. And that's something, a small thing. It doesn't really go into any reporting or anything, but their relationship seems to be really strong. And so, I wouldn't be surprised.
Where she could be the star player. The ball is in her court now. Now, let's talk about another twist. Even the biggest stars can sometimes feel overlooked. Take Asia Wilson's jersey retirement at the University of South Carolina. You'd think it would be a big celebration, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because this story has more twists than a pretzel. In October,
I just have a very hard time imagining the Las Vegas Aces without that core four. They were all drafted there, right? They were all drafted there. And so, look, as a Warriors fan, losing Klay Thompson, I can sort of relate to this, but that would be quite a blow for a team like Vegas. They came up together, they won 2 championships together.
October 2024, South Carolina decided to retire Asia Wilson's number 22 great, right? Except we all thought this had happened years ago. She even has a statue outside the arena. But here's the catch, they're doing it on the same day as Caitlyn Clark's jersey retirement.
Paige reminds me a lot of you. You say it's not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, she's good at basketball, but she understands her privilege. It's what pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you. And that's a compliment.
You'd expect fans to be excited and lining up for tickets, but guess what? Tickets are only $16, and they're still not sold out. Ouch. While Caitlyn Clark's ceremony is set to be a huge TV event, Wilson's retirement has no broadcast plans. Announcing Wilson's retirement when all eyes are on Clark feels a bit like showing up to someone else's party uninvited. You're there, but not the center of attention.
Also, it's A'ja Wilson's retirement jersey day, right? And, well, her prices for her game are high.
But here's the twist, Wilson herself hasn't said much about it. No excited tweets, no Instagram posts. It's like she doesn't know whether to celebrate or just move on, and who can blame her? As the big day approaches, you have to wonder if this is too little, too late for South Carolina, or if there's something deeper going on. The difference is clear. It's like comparing a big movie premiere to a direct-to-DVD release.